It is February 6th, right around 2 o'clock. Weather, if you haven't noticed, it's wet. Lots of rain, 100% chance of rain all day long today. The high is 57 and a low of 48 this evening. And then into tomorrow, we're looking at a high of 67, a low of 29. So a big spread, temperature differential tomorrow. But again, 90% chance of rain, a lot of rain into today and tomorrow, then into Friday. Friday looks like we're going to have partly cloudy skies, a high of 33 and a low of 15. Saturday is sunny, high of 32 and a low of 20. And then into Sunday, cloudy, a high of 41 and a low of 32. That all said, we are under a flood warning right now, and that flood warning is likely to continue on to Friday. At some point Friday, I was just looking at the hydrograph off the Stimson Avenue Bridge, and it's showing the river cresting. It's a prediction, but predicting that river crest will be Friday evening around 11 p.m. So keep that in mind. Engineering and Public Works, a number of things going on around the city. Most notably, there will be some work, utility work at Ohio University on South Green Drive. This is between Oxbow Trail and University Terrace, and it began yesterday, and it will continue on through February 8th. So keep that in mind around campus. Also, Factory Street is going to be closed between River Drive or Riverside Drive and Station Street for utility work. That began on the 29th of January and looks like it will wrap up, if everything goes smoothly, February 15th. So keep that in mind as well as you're buzzing around the city. A number of things going on in the Arts, Parks and Rec and Arts West world and beyond. The February 10th from 3 to 5 p.m. is the Family Dance, February Family Dance. That will be at Arts West. Suggested donation is $3 per dancer. So that's going on out there. And for the Love of Athens 2019 art opening, this is going to be February 7th. So tomorrow, 5:30 to 8:30. So come check that out as well. The art will be on display through March 1st. Skateboard Club, Athens, Ohio. Learn how to skateboard. This is going to be over spring break, so it'll be March 11th through the 15th. You can register at the community center. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to Leif Wakefield. He's the program coordinator and instructor, and can be reached at 740-591-7728. Again, 740-591-7728. So come out and learn how to skateboard. Dairy Barn. Dairy Barn has several events going on. They have music and poetry, Athens Voices, Spoken and Heard. That will be February 28th at 6 p.m. There's going to be another event on Thursday, March 7th, so looking way ahead, and then way ahead. Thursday, April 11th, there's also Athens Voices, Spoken and Heard at 6 p.m. Again, all those are taking place at the Dairy Barn. And the Dairy Barn is also doing an event. Rogers Star of Illusion presents Country Queens, the finest in female illusion. This is Saturday, February 16th. Again, at the Dairy Barn. For more information on that, I suggest that you contact the Dairy Barn at www.dairybarn.org, or you can call them at 592-4981. Cruise-ins. I've got the schedule for the Plains Lion Club 2019 cruise-in schedule over the summer. The first one looks like it's going to be Friday, June 7th at 5:30 at the Uptown. It's the Oldies Bash on Court Street. So that's coming up. August 9th is another cruise-in. It's a Friday at 5:30. That will be the Uptown Athens Cruise-In on the Bricks, again, on Court Street. And then finally, September 20th at 5:30, which is a Friday, the Uptown Cruise-In, Uptown on Court Street. So those are always fun to come out and look at the old school classics and antiques and rods and all kinds of interesting vehicles. The last thing that I've got is today is the National Girls and Women in Sports Day. So we had a great event at the community center this past Saturday, and I think that Scott and Ryan and Public Government Channel folks and Zach, they've got something that they want to queue up. But we had a great event, a great turnout. Katie Smith was the keynote speaker, but had lots of interesting individuals in the sports world, everything from sports marketing and event planning to coaches and you name it. It was a great turnout, a great event, something that we hope to continue in the future. We will continue it in the future and maybe make the program longer than it was this year. It was a one-day event. And that said, thank you for tuning in today, and hopefully you'll tune in next week for the next installment of the Mayor's Weekly Press Conference. But more importantly, stay tuned in now for the proclamation that I read at the National Girls and Women in Sports Day. Have a great week.
Benefited my life by giving me the meaning of teamwork and being able to make a lot of new friends and working together as one instead of an individual.
Sports has benefited my life. I've learned very valuable lessons. I've met some of my greatest friends by playing sports, and I've also learned how to maintain and live a healthy lifestyle.
It afforded me the opportunity to get an education. I went to college on a full basketball scholarship and played both basketball and softball. But even prior to that, the coaches that influenced and kind of guided me with values and work ethic, and I still use some of those same things today. I look at life kind of as a game situation.
My biggest female role model, I have to say, would be my mom. My mother was my 7th grade science teacher, and throughout my life, she's taught me how to stand up for myself, to not allow others to belittle me or try to take advantage of me. And so I still admire her, and I look up to everything. So is my mom, and I can see a lot of my mom in me. I'll say things today, I go, oh, I remember when my mom said that, and I vowed never to sound like my mom, but I've learned that a lot of the things, she did know what she was talking about, and I'm grateful to her, and I thank God for her every day.
I'd say my biggest role model is anybody really that gets into a sport and gets out there and falls down and gets back up and just keeps going.
Why do you think your mom is the big role model?
Because she's really nice and sweet.
Probably cooperation and talking to people, basically, because you realize to do something you need to interact with other people.
Probably for me, since I'm on an all-boys team, would probably be patience and tolerance.
I think one of the biggest things is how to deal with failure, especially about something you care a lot about and that you really want.
Me. I would be me. I believe in advocating for each other and ourselves, and I really just want to be the best me that I can be, and maybe be a role model for somebody else.
If I could be any female athlete, I'd be Venus Williams. There was, I had often wanted to wish that I'd played tennis or golf. for a number of reasons. Individual sports, and just to have the opportunity to be exposed to those sports.
If I could be any female athlete, it'd probably be Bonnie Thunder. She's a jammer, and they won the flat track roller derby finals.
If I could be any female role model, it would probably be my mom, because like it helped her with her anxiety, and she like showed people she can do better than people think she can.
If I could be any female athlete, I would choose Wilma Rudolph. Wilma Rudolph, first of all, she's from Tennessee. I'm from Tennessee. And she was a track star. But when she was a child, she had polio, some form, so she had to learn how to walk, and then didn't think she could even run. But she went on to go to the Olympics, and she was quite well known. They've done movies about her. So she was very famous in the 50s, 60s in there. I'd have to do research to give you the exact dates. But I always admired Wilma Rudolph for her tenacity to overcome a childhood illness, to not only learn how to walk, but to learn how to run, and not only learn how to run, but to learn how to win.
If I could be any female athlete, I would be Gabby Douglas. I need my flexibility back, so I would be her.
Katie Smith, she's a basketball player. She's born and raised in Logan, and she became a professional basketball player, and I think I'd pick her.